one question, which we could end up cutting some of it out if we need to. But what's your thoughts these days on the state of the DJ scene and with the amount of producers and DJs coming through?
You're going to be here a long time.
Another record?
Another record, yeah. I'm not sure how many DJs, but then I'm not sure how many have been aware of this that there is actually an art to DJing, and just from a creative aspect, I hear hardly anyone being creative. Now, when I first started out, the person that inspired me and taught me to beat mix was Soulmaster C. And the creativeness, and whether it was chopping or Transformer scratching or scratching on its own, laying acapellas, just running 2 records together for a long period of time. We just took that's what you did. And then Glenn McKinley, who was also known as Global Influence, and like Glenn used to play heaps of like Afro music and reggae, so we were quite a mixture really and Glenn was always scratching stuff, cutting stuff, and we played for years and years together. And again, I just thought that's just all we did. And also being based in Christchurch, because they had the American Antarctic base there. Mm-hmm. You used to get these American guys, they'd want to come and play for a night, and again, oh my god, that was just just the things they would do were just amazing. And then you'd watch DMC videos and you'd go, wow, look at Cash Money, look at CJ McIntosh, Chad Jackson, all these guys and the tricks. And so you incorporated what they were doing, you'd be trying to mimic them.
Yep.
Into your playing, into your sets. But so this is going back 20 years now. Okay, so we're talking 89 through to mid-90s. I'd come to Auckland and I'd hear people like Roger Perry, Manuel Bundy, Rob Salmon, 3 great DJs. As far as people often ask me, who's your favourite DJ? I could easily name any of those 3. Because they were all doing all these things, I remember being at the Andy Weatherall gig, and Rob Salmon was playing before Weatherall, and Rob did some tricks that just made I just dropped in awe. Just little things that he probably didn't even think much of. And who's to say the things that we were doing ourselves weren't as equally as good, but people were doing things that inspired you. You'd hear things, and then I know I'm going on a bit, but anyway, when I came to Auckland in '96 and being at the Box and just the DJs that came through at that time, Stacey Pullen, early Derek Carter, Mills, all these guys had tricks up their sleeves, things they did. Whether it was scratching or with beat mixing, and all these things were going on. You go into Cool Celeb next door, you hear Manuel Bundy play. It just absolutely blow your mind. Cut a short story, cut all that short now. I don't hear any of this shit happening anymore. I just hear people playing music really blandly, just going from track to track, and not much else is happening. It was kind of funny. I'm not going to name. There was one local DJ I heard earlier this year, and I did stand there just going.
We'll put a
shit.
poll up later, or
going shit. This guy is actually doing something that has actually grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
Now, all that rubbish I just talked about, you just thought that was part of the art of DJing. That's just what people did, But so I think it's in a really, really bad state, because either the young DJs aren't aware of it, or we've just got to a point where that crowds don't expect it. Or if crowds do hear it now, how much are they going to be wowed by the fact that someone's doing something more than just beat mixing 2 records together? It has all got really, really bland. I'm not excited by hardly anything I hear, and if I am excited, it's generally by people who have been doing it for a shitload, for a long time, for you know, who've got some history, who go back. It's, you know, even when I DJ'd at the Box for years, like with Rob Warner, you know, just Rob bringing something to the game every weekend, you know, with him layering a cappellas, running beats, just taking beats and putting stuff together. I'd go to Wellington and hear the Wellington guys down there, like Brad Shanks and those guys. They just take beats and then they take an a cappella and create tracks this way. No one's doing this shit anymore.
Which is funny because the technology is now more
The
than ever
technology
set up to
lends it that you could be doing so much. I've always tried to play on 3 decks, even 4 CDJs these days, because for that reason, because there's so much you can do. You can edit tracks, so you can just start in different places. You can create the cue points. But again, it's just 2 CDJs there all night, every damn club, every damn DJ. I hardly see anyone trying to play on 3 decks anymore.
Yeah.
But do you also think this, the appreciation for the music is not around as much as maybe 10 or 20 years ago?
I think more people are aware of the music now. It's amazing. Kids coming up going, have you got this tune, you got that tune, you got...
Okay.
That never existed years ago. I think with the internet, people are a lot more up on it and possibly even more onto it than if I take a break for a few weeks and, you know, don't listen to any promos or that. You know, they're bounding ahead. But I don't think it matters. I think...
Right.
I just think that the art is really, really lost. It's... and... I could be just talking out of the whole of my fucking ass and head, but maybe DJs just aren't aware that there is an art to it out there. It's like, I actually sat on the DMC site the other day and watched the 1987 World DJ Champs, which I reckon was a really, really brilliant era because the tricks they performed were incredibly accessible and still are accessible to anyone, as opposed to from about, you know, when you get the likes of, probably from about Cash Money on, where, you know,
8 hours a day doing
it's pretty hard to do that. But the stuff they did then, any DJ could incorporate in their set tomorrow night or, you know, come Friday. And even I was there going, oh shit, you know, maybe I should try that again. Because that was another thing, like we used to DJ battle ourselves, and we used to do it live. We'd get 2 copies of the same record, and you know, and cut them up live. You know, it's pretty hard with CDJs, but it's pretty boring.